I'm going to take things in a little bit of a different direction.
Okay, how so?
For everyone to understand what's going on here, I'm going to have to explain a few things. So I didn't start singing until after my voice had changed, and when I was in high school, I thought I was a bass baritone. You know, and this was good and bad. It was good because I sounded older than everyone else, you know, so I got a lot of good parts, but it also presented me with some interesting challenges. And I had great teachers, but I wish I had someone like myself to help myself through this, challenging baritone time. So that's why tonight I'm instituting Nick Rehberger's Baritone Bootcamp for young singers. There are 5 steps to Nick Rehberger's Baritone Bootcamp, but first, let me give you a little idea of what we're working with. Okay, I'm going to show you a little video. I was 15. It was my first role ever in high school, and I was playing the villain, of course, Dr. Neville Craven in The Secret Garden.
She has my lily hazel eyes, those eyes that are my brother, never me. Those eyes that never saw me, never knew I longed to hold him close, to live a lost feeling.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to show you another quick video. We'll come back to a lot of that in a second.
Okay.
But there's another quick video of me. This is me in, what is this? Sky Masterson and Guys and Dolls. This is a little bit later in high school. You'll see a lot of interesting hand gestures and a chorus behind you. Go ahead.
A lady doesn't make little snake eyes at me when I bet my life on this roll. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, and the pain came in when let me be a lady. 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 Let me be a lady.
Is there one other one? No? Oh yeah, okay. This is one last one of me. It's curly in Oklahoma. You'll notice I have really nice curly hair. I curled my own hair with miniature curlers and no one asked me to do that.
Curled your own hair.
I did. Does it work?
Oh, what a beautiful morning!
70-year-old curly up there.
Beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going.
It's actually my friend Emma, who's here tonight, back churning butter.
Okay.
All right, that's enough of that.
Oh, this asshole.
So, without further ado, this is my attempt to help, the young baritones out there. This is Nick Rehberger's Baritone Bootcamp for Young Singers. It's 5 steps. Step 1 is to get yourself cast in a role that requires an impressive amount of speak singing. Then you don't really have to worry about it. I'm doing Fiddler on the Roof down the street right now. I don't sing a note. Now, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm going to be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around that hall? They'll be trying out Bevo, trying out Cubans, trying out tailor-mades like cigarette fiends, and bragging all about how they're going to cover up a telltale breath with scents. And one fine night, they leave the pool hall, heading for the dance at the armory, libertine men and scarlet women in ragtime, shameless music that'll drag your son, your daughter, to the arms of a jungle animal instinct mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground trouble. Step 2. If you can't speak your way through a role, you're going to have to find that deep baritone sound. Now, I'd like to think that I've sort of gotten myself out of the basement since high school, but Drew, could you help me sort of find my deep baritone sound?
Yes. Okay, so first, really a round tone.
Yes. Strangely quiet, and now the storm simply rests to strike again.
Don't forget the famous bass portamento.
Standing, waiting, I think of her. I think of her. And it's always best to do a very strong accent. From death she casts her spell. All night we hear her sighs. And now a girl has come who has her eyes.
As a young bass baritone, that range can be really challenging,
That's a good point, Drew. All right, so another fact we accept in Nick Rehberger's Baritone Bootcamp is that you're going to have to change some of the notes. So instead of, she has her eyes, the girl has Lily's hazel eyes, those eyes that saw him happy long ago. Those eyes that gave him life and hope he'd never known. Now that's an F, that's a little high above middle C. So we're gonna change it to, she has her eyes. The girl has Lily's hazel eyes, those eyes that saw him happy long ago. Those eyes that gave him life and hope he'd never known. How can we see the girl and miss those days? Now, in order to find your own baritone sound, you're going to have to imitate some of the masters, okay? Every good artist copies the greats, right? Okay, so I had a long list of heroes that I like to imitate. You got Michael Cerveris, you got Brian Stokes Mitchell, you got Danny Burstein. You even have the big screen's favorite baritone, Hugh Jackman. Now, in order to do the imitation correctly, you have to do everything. You have to do the accent, the sound, the vibrato. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. I probably watched the version with him in it on video and just did every single choice he made in high school, and that's how I got through most of the shows I did in high school. And also, you'll notice that there's some interesting physical choices to be made, such as the baritone claw, which is, 2 or 3 fingers that you use to point at anything. All the cattle are standing like statues, and all the cattle are standing like statues. They don't turn their heads as they see me ride by, but a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Step 4, style. So you've got the voice, you've got the right notes, you've got some hand gestures. Now, we're gonna have to include another aspect here, which is props. It's never a bad thing to hide behind a prop. So, as you saw, I played Sky Master, Standard Guys and Dolls. Did a lot of hat acting. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck, if you've ever been a lady to begin with, luck be a lady tonight. You'll also notice a choice I like to make, which is the overcompensatingly masculine baritone chest beat, which I'll show you. Luck, let a gentleman see how nice a day you can be. I know the way you And of course, if you're having a hard time with style, we can go back to step 3, which is to imitate your masters and your favorites, your heroes. And a hero of mine was Mr. Mandy Patinkin. And though he's not a baritone, I think he's a master of style. He's always going to give you the "please God, let me tell you about this" hands. And he's going to take the song in his own tempo. So Drew, if you could take it down for Mandy. So let's keep the party all night. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the fella you came in with. Be a lady tonight. Step 5, the final step in Nick Rehberger's Baritone Bootcamp is to put all of this together. Now the point is, if you are a young baritone, I promise you that someday you're going to be able to sing above a middle C. You don't need to sound like Danny or Mandy or anyone else. You'll have your own sound, but you'll always be a baritone, so you'll always sound like a badass. All right, let's put everything together here. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy, it don't miss a tree. And a little brown man is winking at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day.